My pleasure is to give you a brief outlook for the activities of the BrineRIS project. So the project because of which we gathered here today. But before I start my talk, I also would like to say thank you to my team who helped me a lot to organize this event and tomorrow's project meeting. This is the group of people who are taking care about food, about everything, about the proper information to you. So huge thanks to all of them, to Izabela, Krzysztof, Magdalena, Kamil, Justyna, Karolina, and Joanna. And please, let's give them applause. So thank you. I know that usually thank you is saying at the end, but you know how it's at the end. So. Okay, our project is co-funded by AIT Materials. It started in 2022 and continues until the end of December this year. It's a capacity building project. So its main goal is to build a capacity in risk countries, risk research innovation scheme in these countries that innovative factor is a bit lower than other part of Europe, we can say. We have very diverse group of partners involved in the project. There are some partners from countries like Germany, Belgium, who provide us, or Finland, who provide us with technical expertise in lithium recovery and also in geothermal technologies. And we have partners who are working on the information and the mapping on geology from these 6 risk countries, so Poland, Czech Republic, Slovakia, Hungary, Spain, and Portugal. Today, you can see representatives almost of all the partners in the room. What was the background of our project? I think that people who are here, they perfectly know the change in the lithium consumption. In 10 years or 14 years ago, the consumption of lithium was quite small. It was more than 23,000 tons per year, and most of it was used for ceramics and in other industries. Just a small part of it was used for batteries production. And nowadays, we switched to electro industry, we can say, electromobility or anything what has batteries. So the battery industry becomes the main consumer of lithium, and of course the demand for lithium rapidly grows last 10 years, and it's still growing. That's why we are thinking about lithium and about lithium in Europe. As you can see in this map, most of lithium that is in the economy comes from countries out of Europe. So of course, Asia, Australia, South America, they're main producers of lithium. In Europe, we just have a small producer in Portugal, and it's hard rock lithium mining. And how about the demand? Battery factories in Europe, you can see how many this industries is settled in, mostly in Central Europe. So they need lithium that we do not have in Europe, and the most of lithium that is supplying European battery industry comes from China. So for us, the important thing was to think about, is it possible to secure sustainable and domestic lithium production in Europe? And it was the main drive of our project. Does it work? Yeah, we have examples. I think that one of most known examples in Europe is Upper Ringgraben, where we have a lot of different companies that are dealing at the moment with extraction of lithium from geothermal brines. But probably the most well-known case is Vulcan Energy Resources case. The company, Australian-German company that operates in Landau and in several other locations pretty close to Karlsruhe. So they are now open the facilities to extract first to produce lithium chloride on site and then to produce lithium hydroxide in their operation plant in Frankfurt. So they invest a lot of money to enhance the production of lithium in Europe and to provide sustainable source of lithium for European battery industry. This is a very good example for us, and it was a motivation for us to look in the 6 risk countries for reliable, sustainable source of lithium. So we know that we need the source that is stable, that is sustainable, and that is unconventional, because hard rock mining in Europe, it's something that is very difficult because of social license to operate. Nobody wants a mine in the neighborhood, so that's the issue. And in Europe, we have a lot of already operating geothermal heat plants or power plants. So this is also our target was also our target in the project. And of course, brines occur in Europe, so that's another advantage. Such kind of production also allows us to combine energy, heat, and metal production, so it's more environmental friendly. And gives us a lower environmental footprint of production, so lower CO2 emissions, less water needed for production, and of course, possibility of implementing direct lithium extraction methods that are now more efficient than 10 years ago. A lot of research was done in that field in different type of methods. So now I think that we are able effectively recover lithium from brine, even from 5 ppm concentration. Of course, it depends on different factors. However, this, let's say, cutoff of lithium in brine, it's much lower nowadays than 15 or 20 years ago. So what are our project goals? First, we want to increase awareness of geothermal brines and their metallogenic potential in risk countries. We also try to attract investors to risk countries by providing them interactive platform of the result of the project. And we also provide European Raw Materials Alliance with the investment case. Another goal was to build the capacity of risk countries in low carbon metals mining technologies related to geothermal brines. For that, we organized several workshops, seminars, schools for students, and also today's conference. In our project, we have 4 development paths. First was mapping. So we try to gather as much as possible information from different archival sources, companies or geological surveys that are our partners, and to find the places where we can take samples for technical part to test several technologies which were developed at Ghent University in GTK in Finland and also in our university in Wrocław. So this was the path of testing. As I mentioned, capacity building, so open workshops and other events that I will bring you in detail a bit later. And the investment path to provide reliable information to investors. The project structure contained, we can say, this general part, like work package 2, 1, and 8 that were a kind of spin for the project. And we have this technical core where we have resource mapping, testing the technologies, developing of geothermal or evaluation of geothermal technologies for supplying the processes with renewable heat and energy, and also this interactive platform development. In this presentation, I will just focus on two aspects: investment case and capacity building, because all other technical parts will be covered by my colleagues in further talks. You will hear about the technologies, you will hear about the interactive platform, you will also hear about the results of mapping, so I will not focus on that. So first we did some sampling, as I said, from the sites that were available, deep wells with hot water. It's not so easy technically to get samples from such kind of sites, but we did it. So thank you very much, all of you, for help to do that. And it's just completed in November 2024. Our colleague Paul just brought last samples from Hungary to Poland to make laboratory tests. So as you can see, we are at the finish of the project, but we still gather the new knowledge and we still try to get as best as possible results of our project. And the capacity building activities we started in 2022. First was workshop in Finland related to geodata management. Then we've met at the first geothermal lithium networking event in September here in Wrocław in another building, but I think it was also a great event for the start of the project. Then we've met in Hungary in 2023, and we discussed critical raw materials in thermal waters in Miskolc. Another great meeting organized by colleagues from Freiberg, when we could learn about the geothermal resources and the role of renewable energy in the recovery of metals. So it was very, very interesting workshop. Next was the Autumn School for students, 11th awarded students from more than 70 applications. So we spent a week in Vulcan Energy in Karlsruhe. Students had opportunity to visit the just opened lithium extraction optimization plant in Landau. Also, we visited laboratories where they produced the patented VULP sorbent for the lithium extraction. And we have opportunity to visit also KTI laboratories where they do tests for lithium extraction. So students were amazed with the information, with the knowledge, what they gathered, and also the site visits were really great. Another workshop in Spain last week, where we had an intensive 2-day meeting with practical knowledge about the geothermal setting of Spanish and Portuguese brines. So it was amazing, even also with impressive field trip to Sierra Gamera. Yeah. That was, I think, one of our last events. The rest was online, that you can also watch the webinar on electrochemical methods for metal recovery. All the materials from previous GeoLi meeting, as well from our webinars, they're available on YouTube channel. So if you are interested in listening to this talks and to see different technical issues as well about the electrochemistry, you can join our YouTube channel, and there you will find all the materials. And the dissemination, our project also resulted in several scientific works, several research articles. More are in progress. So, you know, we have results at the end of the project, so more is coming. So please check our website or our social media to be updated with the upcoming research articles. And I think that I've mentioned also investment case, and we provided to AIT Raw Materials together with the cooperation with AGH and Eva Knapik, who will today also present you briefly her findings from the research on lithium recovery. We provided investment case related to project Comps Lithium that is aiming in 3D printing of solar band for lithium recovery, and think it's very interesting technology. So from my side, it's, as I said, it's very brief, very short introduction of the activities related to the core of the project, to the capacity building. But I think that for most of you, the most interesting part is just coming. So we will hear in a while several talks about the geological and technical results of the project. So if you have any questions, of course, you can ask me. We have very long lunch break, so I think that it's a very good time there to discuss and to have a small talks about the project and its continuation. So thank you very much.